On December 21, 1964, the American tactical bomber F-111, nicknamed the Aardvark, took to the skies for the very first time. The name Aardvark translates to Earth Pig, reflecting its distinctive design. The bomber's story began in 1961, when the U.S. Air Force and Navy outlined requirements for a new strike aircraft. This two-seat supersonic platform needed to feature a heavy combat payload, twin engines, and a variable sweep wing. The F-111A entered service with the U.S. Air Force in 1967, replacing the Republic F-105. Design-wise, the F-111 was truly groundbreaking, introducing several technical innovations. It was the world's first production combat aircraft equipped with a variable sweep wing, afterburning turbofan engines, and an automatic terrain following system. In its fully extended position, the variable sweep wing reduced takeoff and landing speeds, shortening runway requirements. When swept back, it enabled high-speed dashes at low altitudes or maximum velocity at higher altitudes. The F-111's wing sweep angle could range from 16 to 72 degrees, necessitating additional engineering solutions, such as pivoting weapon pylons that align with the wing's position. Another standout feature was its two-seat cockpit, designed as a single ejection capsule. This capsule could detach from the aircraft at any speed or altitude, and even underwater, at depths of up to 15 meters. Special inflatable floats ensured the capsule's buoyancy and cushioned landings. Despite its empty weight exceeding 20 tons, the F-111's flight characteristics were more akin to those of a fighter than a bomber. It set a speed record among all combat aircraft ever operated by the U.S. Air Force, reaching over 2,655 kilometers an hour at altitude and 1,470 kilometers an hour close to the ground. Its payload capacity was extraordinary, with a maximum combat load of up to 12 tons depending on the variant, still unmatched by any existing fighter bomber. The F-111's most revolutionary feature was its all-weather navigation and targeting system, which allowed it to autonomously approach targets. This capability enabled near-supersonic flight at extremely low altitudes, making detection by air defenses nearly impossible until the very last moment, leaving the enemy minimal time for interception. Although all F-111s could use laser-guided bombs, only the F model, introduced in 1971, could designate targets independently. This variant featured more powerful engines and an advanced navigation and targeting system, along with the ability to carry PAVTAC pods. Equipped with a forward-looking infrared sensor, optical camera, and laser rangefinder/designator, this pod allowed precise target illumination for guided munitions. The F-111 proved its combat effectiveness during the Vietnam War, less than a year after entering service. These advanced strike aircraft demonstrated low vulnerability to 1960s and 1970s era air defense systems. Using terrain-following radar that they were fitted with, they could automatically find their targets at any time of day, penetrating enemy defenses at near-supersonic speeds and extremely low altitudes. The F-111 saw extensive use in Southeast Asia and the Middle East. During Operation Desert Storm in 1991, aircraft of the F-111F series played a pivotal role in striking Iraqi strategic and tactical targets. The ability of the Aardvark to deliver precision strikes was fully realized, with guided bombs such as the GBU-15 and GBU-28 accounting for over 85% of its munitions. Operation Desert Storm marked the F-111's final combat deployment, during which not a single aircraft was lost to action. Despite its success, the F-111 did not achieve widespread adoption internationally. Its sole foreign operator was the Royal Australian Air Force, where it was affectionately named the Pig. However, the F-111's complexity and high costs made it unviable for most U.S. allies, and even for the United States itself. Although its performance remained impressive, even when compared to many newer aircraft of its time, the last F-111F was retired from U.S. service in 1996. The RAAF operated the aircraft the longest, but rising maintenance costs for the aging fleet ultimately sealed its fate.